Hey, happy day. I bought a bird feeder just last summer and I put it up and all of a sudden a whole bunch of birds came to get the free food, right? More and more came and I gave more and more food. More and more came. More and more food. You kind of are getting it, and pretty soon they got mad at me. They dive bombed it and all kinds of things because I wasn't putting the food out fast enough, or enough of it, I guess. More birds came and more birds came. It was free and they didn't have to work for it. They sat around all day and they started, crabbing everywhere and making bad noises and screeching and screaming. You know what? The free bird feeder. That did it. The government, they kind of do that. They have all kinds of people that get free stuff. They get free money even. They get free places to live. And immigrants are coming across the border, thousands and millions of people, and everything is free. Government, take the bird feeder away. Take it away. Come on already. I mean, it's time to take it down, don't you know? Now, I was in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada yesterday, and this is a picture that I saw going up the escalator, or the stairs actually, at the airport. And they've got the homosexual colors all the way up. And it says, "We are proud," with emphasis on the word proud, "to be an airport for everyone," with an emphasis on everyone. Clearly, it's about proud, it's about pride, it's about homosexuals. So they're telling me, when I come into an international airport in a city with 1.2 million people, they're telling me that they love gay people. They don't like me. They don't like you. Maybe. but they love gay people because they're proud to be an airport for everyone. Okay, what does that say? What is the message there? These people, they're a bunch of sheep following along. They think this is the new trend, and that many people in the entire country are homosexual, and they've always been allowed to fly. I don't recall ever seeing a sign that says, "If you're queer, you can't come here." Never saw that. And now they're acting like it's something special. What about the people in wheelchairs? What about the hunters with guns in cases? I mean, why not just leave it alone and make it for everyone instead of singling out a group and saying that you're for everyone? That's not right. Keeping with crazy, when I was in Edmonton, Herm in Edmonton, he gave me an email that he had sent. It's quite shocking, really, but I'll get to that in a second. First, let me tell you about the Girl Guides of Canada. They were founded on September 7th, 1910. So they've been around a long time. Girl Guides of Canada is the largest organization for women and girls in the entire country. The membership is organized into several different groups according to age. Sparks used to be Brownies. Last year, they changed the name Brownies to Embers. I can only guess that some left-wing wacko said that Brownies means you're brown and you're so they changed it to Ember. I'm sure they'll come up with something against that too pretty soon. Pathfinders and Rangers, the guiding movement is based on the principles outlined in the promise and law that every guide makes. And here's the promise, okay? I promise to do my best, to be true to myself, my beliefs, and Canada. I will take action for a better world, and I will respect the guiding law. And then subsequent to that, of course, you've got in addition to that, you have the Girl Guide cookies, which are a big thing. They've been around since 1927, and it's a big deal. So now let me tell you about, I got more here. Just wait, don't leave the room. I've got to get these papers organized. Here we go. And Herm told me that his organization sent a letter to the local Girl Guides. It says, "We have a committee who are planning our annual Christmas party. Would your group consider doing another flyer delivery for us? The party is December 10th. Let me know," and cha-cha, right? They responded. This is the Girl Guides of Canada. Here's how they responded. "We will not be able to help any part because we work on diversity and inclusion. Girl Guides Canada is secular, and it's a pretty big culture shift. And we are really firm in our position that anything that is rooted in Christianity is something that we will avoid." Wow. Then the next paragraph, they said, "That said, we should plan some dates in the spring for further projects." Further projects, do you think? I mean, who'd want to do something else with them? That's pretty bizarre stuff. To do with Christianity. Go back to their pledge. It's about Canada and helping people and all of that. Canada was built on that. Who are they insulting? Some little Muslim girl. She won't be insulted. She won't mind because she understands. People understand. It's a government that has no understanding. That is bizarre. How do you feel about buying Girl Guide cookies from now on? Not a bloody chance. Communists like that, put them in the basement and hide them. Let them stay there and practice their pronouns and leave us alone. We are losing our country before our eyes. And most people are too demoralized to stand up and fight. That's true. Because of something like that, people should be screaming. And they won't. They'll scream to each other, but they need to scream beyond that. They don't want to be called racist and canceled, so they bought into the lies of our elitists that they reject what they see before them. Astounding stuff, hey, but it's true. And I say this all of the time. I say it to you on this show. I say it when I'm out amongst people. I say, the silent majority has been silenced. You have to fight all of the time. You have to. A good friend of ours recently, we were talking to her, and she said she was at her son's place, and the daughter-in-law made a comment to her about homosexual things, I guess Pride Month, maybe that's what it was. And she said, isn't it interesting that Thanksgiving and Christmas is one day a year, and you have a whole month for homosexuals or whatever, and her daughter-in-law called her a racist. Typical. Fight back, push back. These people are nuts, and we got to act accordingly, right? Now, let's think about what's going on in Israel. Jump in here. Can you all keep up? I think. Israel, it's incredible with what's happening around the world. I don't know what the dead people number is, death count, but it's high. It's well past 11,000 now, and getting higher every day. But it's interesting about Jews. I've never understood the thing against Jews. What is it? What's going on? There's about 20 million Jews in the world. About half of them live in the United States of America. The other half are kind of scattered around with, I think, 4 or 5 or maybe it was 6 million of them in Israel. And there's all this thing. I mean, how are they different than us? I'd like to know, because I don't get it. I mean, I remember as a kid trying to figure it out as well. Also, at that time, I was trying to understand the IRA over in Ireland, the Catholics and the Protestants shooting each other. I thought, but everyone looks alike. How do you know? Do you go up to somebody and say, excuse me, are you Catholic? You are, boom, and vice versa with a Protestant. It gets crazy, but back to Jews, how do you know? I mean, Hitler used to say, back I think it was 1939, that we're special as Aryan types, and you Jews, we don't like you, and so you have to go away. But then he said, we have to identify you. So he put a Star of David on all of them, or a wristband. Why? If they're so different, you should be able to tell the difference, should you not? But Hitler couldn't. We have to identify you. So there is no difference. I just don't understand it. And you got all of these cities that are having these parades and all of these things, and down with the Jews and cha-cha. The world is upside down. Everybody's got to learn to bloody relax. How can you relax when you're pushing back? Like I've already said, fight with everybody. You have to. Relax, fight. How do you like that for a double message? Y'all come back. We'll have more for you from the right. See ya.